Hi, my name's Ilma and welcome to my channel. I've been posting Christian blogs 12 straight years every day. Today I'd like to share Exodus 12 verses 29 to 32. Here's the word of God. At midnight, the Lord struck down all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh who sat on his throne to the firstborn of the captive who was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of the livestock. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, and he and all his servants and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where someone was not dead. Then he summoned Moses and Aaron by night and said, "Up, go out from among my people, both you and the people of Israel, and go, serve the Lord as you have said. Take your flocks and your herds as you have said, and be gone and bless me also." Exodus 12, verses 29 to 32. And here's the poem I wrote inspired by those verses. The plague of the death of firstborn. When the plague of the firstborn struck Egypt, cries and wails were heard over the land. Then Moses was commanded to exit Egypt. Their flocks and herds will go to serve the Lord. Here's my commentary. What a big and unforgettable plague this was for the whole of Egypt. According to BibleProject.com, the Passover event is a strike not only against humans and animals, but also against the gods of Egypt. We read that human choices to do evil are always intertwined with the influence and animating power of spiritual forces, spiritual beings set against God and His purposes. God, who created everything and owns all creatures, isn't this plague, for a God who created everything and all creatures, isn't this plague justified to punish all those who bow down to other gods? In another commentary, they mentioned that the firstborns in Egypt were considered gods in each family. Isn't it just right that God will strike down those gods who were competing with Him? We also see how many plagues before this plague came, showing us that God was giving the Egyptians all the time to turn against idolatry and learn about Him, the only one true God. This plague climaxed the exodus of the Israelites out of Egypt. What a big dramatic event this was. It only shows God's power and might and how He wouldn't tolerate idolatry and wickedness in all His creatures. Reflection. What lessons can we learn from this plague of the firstborn? Well, I think in our day and age now, where the focus is more on the self, there is a very big tendency for us to even make idols out of our own children. And in this case, especially the firstborn, because that is the first child that you bring out into the world. So we sort of put them on a pedestal and make them the focus of our life, which is a form of idolatry. For some people, if it takes away your time to worship the Lord, that is idolatry. Anything that will take the place of spending time with God and learning about His ways is an idol. So we can learn from this plague that God doesn't like competition. God is a jealous God. He wouldn't tolerate anything that would veer us away from what we were made for. We were made to honor and worship God, not to honor ourselves, not to honor a person, anyone else, a member of our family, but Him. It's good to love them, but we have to know our priorities, and God should always be the first in everything. Thanks for watching. I hope you check my website at ILMA'S.com for artworks, photographs, and a copy of this blog. Please subscribe to my channel on YouTube so I could make more videos, give you the Word of God. And if you haven't already, check over 3,000 videos I've done over the years I've been doing this. Just type on Google or YouTube search ILMA'S Poem Devotional. Have a wonderful day.